So in this in this video, we're going to talk about what is Python operator and how Python operator works. So what is Python operator? Whenever you hear the word operators, maybe you know it in your mathematics. You know what is plus, minus, times, divided by, multiplication, and so on and so forth. So those things are called operators. We usually use them to operate two different operands. For example, if I have 2 plus 2, this is the operator. This is the determinant telling me I have to add this and this. It's a guide telling me what can I do with this value and this value. So what are the Python operators that we can have in our programming that we just usually put it in the middle or at the side that are going to tell us what are we going to do with that value. So this is what you're going to learn in this video. You're going to learn about Python operator. So Python, in mathematics you have only one operator, or I said only one type of operator, which is arithmetic operator. But in programming, you have more than one operator. You have around 7 types of operators. So I'm going to talk about those types of operators. Number one, we have assignment arithmetic. Yes, you have arithmetic operators. Maybe you know arithmetic operator that include plus, minus, times, divided, and so on and so forth. And also we have assignment operator that's include like equality sign, equality plus, and so on. And then we have comparison operator, we have logical operator, we have membership operator, and also we have identity operator. We have, I think, this is all I can remember: arithmetic, assignment, comparison, logical, membership, and identity. All of those operators are different and they work differently in Python programming. So we're going to learn each one of them in our next video, and I'm going to start with arithmetic operators. In this video, I'm going to complete arithmetic operators, and maybe in our next class or next video, we're going to learn about assignment operator. So when you understand these operators, you will now have the skills that you can use with two different values. Maybe if you want to compute something in your programming, or you want to check for something, or you want to do something. So this is the topic that you might need. It's going to help you compute two different values using operators. So what you just have to know, each and single type of operator, how it works and how to work with it. So that when you go back to your computer and start practicing your programming, you'll actually know what you can do with that operator. So now let's look at arithmetic operator. So what is arithmetic operator? So arithmetic operator is just an operator that we use for calculation. Just like in mathematics, you use addition to add numbers, subtraction to subtract numbers, multiplication, division, and so on. So also in programming, we use arithmetic operators to compute those numbers mathematically. For example, let's say I created a variable y and I assigned 3 to it, and I created another variable x and I assign 4 to it. So in programming, I can do something like this. I can just say print, for example, in Python, I can just say print x plus 3. So I'm going to see the output, I'm going to see the output like this. We know that x is equals to 4. So this x is equals to 4. Python program, we look at 4 plus 3. We just look at it as 4 plus 3, which is we're going to end up with 7. So when you print this out, you're going to see 7 in your terminal. So this is how arithmetic works. Also, if I put a minus, then the output will be 1. If I put multiplication, so for the multiplication sign, we usually use asterisk, something like this, asterisk. So you can't see something like this in your keyboard When you see something like this in the keyboard, it definitely be an X. So we use asterisk as a sign of multiplication inside our programming or inside our keyboard. So when you use this asterisk, it's telling Python program this is a multiplication. And then we use this sign for division. If I set, now I have X divided by Y. So this is the division, and also I can print the output. I can see the output in my terminal. So also we have another type of operator. After we have addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, we have another one which is called flow division. If I divide these two numbers, I'm going to end up with something like this. If I said, let's say x divided by y divided by x, y divided by x is going to be 1 point, I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be y 1 point some values. So this is the what I'm going to see as my output. When I see this, we call it a floating point number. It's a data type for the floating point number. So this floating point number, maybe you wanted to compute something, but technically you don't want it to be in a decimal point number. So what are you going to do? Are you going to convert it, or from the division, or from the operation you're going to tell the program, okay, I don't want the output to be something like 1 point this and that. So this is the reason why we bring this, we call it flow division. This flow division is usually used if you don't want that decimal point number. So you can use flow division to tell the program, okay, divide these two numbers, but I don't want decimal point. So if I say now y divided by x, so this is telling the program that whatever the output is, I don't want it to be in a decimal point number. So it might be just something like this 1. This is the output you're going to get because you put this flow division. So the flow division is telling the program that I don't want decimal point number. And also we have this double asterisk. This double asterisk is telling Python program, okay, maybe now you will ask yourself, so how can I do something like 3 power 2 in my program? So achieving this in your program, we just use double asterisk. So when you put this double asterisk, it's just like you are telling the program, okay, this is 3 power 2 or 7 power 2 or 8 power whatever. So if I set y, yes, or I can, yes, y asterisk asterisk x. So it's the same thing to just I set whatever the y is, which is 3, power whatever the x is, which is 4. Just like 3 power 4. This is what I'm telling the program. So now we will learn what is arithmetic operator, and we see different kind of operator we can use our program. Addition, subtraction, multiplication using asterisk, division using slash, and double division as a flow division to ignore the decimal point number, and asterisk for power. So if you have any question, you can ask in the comment section below. See you in our next class where we're going to discuss about assignment operator.